Yo guys, welcome to another video. Today we had a banger day. So you can see right here we made 4.3k basically in like 15 minutes. I'm gonna show you on the chart, but this month so far we just had hit the 10k mark, 9.8. So going pretty nicely. Took only 3 trades so far this month, which is so refined. And yeah, I just basically go over which trade I took. So it was this trade right here. Looked very clean. I think so. One of my students actually took it. Some of them missed it, but it was very clean. And basically, let me go over everything. So I'm gonna reverse the market right here to the open, which was right here. I'm gonna delete everything, and basically let's see what are the confluences that I use for today. So the first thing I do always is I scale out all the way. So for this example, if you go to the daily time frame, you can see that on the daily time frame you can see that down here, first I'm gonna go all the way into replay tool. So we had this dump that happened because of the crypto crash and everything, and basically Trump calling tariffs, and we just had this basically a huge liquidation to the downside. So we took all these lows right here. So basically all of these lows, we swept them, and we came down and retested this fair value gap right here. So we basically swept all of the lows, retested some of the fair value gaps, and reacted basically from them very nicely. So what happened after that on the daily time frame? We made a fair value gap, this one right here, and basically we retested it. So we retested it and started going to the downside. So basically what I was looking at personally is for some kind of move to the upside after we either liquidate something, which I'm going to go over right now on the lower time frame. So if we scale down even more, you can see that after this, basically after the sweep and everything, and after the market open, first thing that we can look at is the new week opening gap that we left right here. So this is the new week opening gap. You can see this is the Friday, and then the next candle is Sunday, so market open. So from the market close to the market open, this is what we call a new week opening gap. And that is, if you want me to explain it as easiest as possible, it's just a fair value gap on steroids. So basically what do we use it for? We use it when market comes into it. It's basically a huge magnet for the market. So when the market was up here, we just knew that market is going to dump towards it and retest it, and you can see after it retested it, it just pumped off of it perfectly. So basically what happened, we retested this daily fair value gap. After retesting that, we just dumped straight for the new week opening gap, and when we tapped into the new week opening gap, we can scale down even more. You can see it right there. And if we scale down all the way to, let's say, the market open, that was right here. So basically this dump was on the market open, so we just tapped inside it. Market open, what did we have for the market open? So you can see we have a beautiful low resistance liquidity, and basically what is that? That is just all these small little lows just stacking on top of each other, and basically creating a strong liquidity to target, because it's just a lot of small liquidities that are just stacked on top of each other. So we created a lot of that, and then if we turn on this basically kill zones, which is just a market sessions, you can see that we swept actually the London low, and that we left right here a low London high, sorry. So we left this London high, and basically that's also another thing that we can target to the upside. So for now we have 2 good targets to the upside, and basically let's see what happened at the market open. So the bias for right now is pretty bullish. I'm gonna even show you what I sent to my students. So let me pop up this right here. So you can see right here, first of all, I had sent basically, how would I turn this off? I basically sent to them that we came down, swept all of this, retested the daily fair value gap, and then came down to the new week opening gap. And I said that it's not the clearest, but I want, the only situation I can see in the market is that some kind of buys are going to basically be playing in the market. And then after that we're going to go to later. So after I call that, you can see what market open did. After we opened, we just started dumping. We swept this liquidity right here, and then if we scale down all the way for some kind of entry, let's say to the 1 minute time frame, you can see that after we swept it, we created a little like reaction to the upside, and then instantly after that we just started, basically made a manipulation leg. And if we basically checked out what happened after manipulation leg, I'm going to delete all of this noise so it's way easier for you to see. Basically, we left these fair value gaps right here, and if you mark them out, it's basically this fair value gap right here. Then we have another one above, which is this one right here. But what you can do is always just mark them all together like this, because they're just all connected. So basically, I wanted to see some kind of buys from here, but the thing is, you can see the first push, what it actually did is it just kind of slowly came to the top of it and actually did not even inverse it. So this was not a valid buy here, because we did not close above the 1 minute fair value gap, and the volume was kind of all sluggish and we were just slowly building to the upside. But then what happened, if you can clearly see right here what we left a little 1 minute fair value gap right here, and this fair value gap still stands pretty strong. And you can see what the market did. Market dumped to the downside. Look at this, retested this fair value gap perfectly. So this week just got in the fair value gap perfectly, and look at the candle after that. Look at this momentum to the upside. Basically, where was my entry, my stop loss, I'm gonna show you right now. So literally everything that I said did not take this one, because it was just very low volume and we did not even inverse the fair value gap. After that, I sent in that I took this one basically because we had a great volume after the retest of the 1 minute fair value gap down here, and this was my entry. And basically, let me just check, my stop loss was somewhere around right here. And basically, what did I target? I targeted the top of the New York session, because why would I target, I don't know, all the way up here to this high? Because that would just be such a huge target, and I just don't like having that huge targets in the market. I just like to enter the trade and be out of the position. So I targeted this New York AM high, and basically what happened, this was the high actually where I placed my break-even point on, and you can see what happened. We just started pumping as soon as I got in the trade. After that, we were just slowly building to the upside. Here we consolidated for a bit, and what happened right here, look at this. If we open the ES chart, this is ES chart, so basically S&P 500, and this is of course an NQ chart, and Nasdaq 100. So this is basically 500 firms of US, and this is just 100, and I use them to basically see what kind of correlation that they have. So what happened in this example, if I basically leave this New York AM right here open, so we can see the session indicator, I'm going to mark this high out, and then I'm going to mark the same high on basically right here on the ES. And if we look at the price action, you can see that if I put my crosshair right here, you can see on the second chart where the market is at this point. So if I scroll to the right, and exactly to this basically candle right here that I'm going to show you right now, you can see that ES on this candle actually took the basically session high, and on the NQ we did not. So what does that mean? That is called something like that is called SMT. And what SMT is, it is smart money trap. And basically what I did is I exited the market right here on this wick, because there was some kind of possibility that market can just either reject from this point and just go down there, rebalance or sweep something. And I just didn't want nor need to be in the trade, because I took the profits right here and I was pretty happy with them, because after this happens in the market, quite a lot of the time we are basically just gonna have a reversal going on. So I just took the profits, I was safe with it, and you can see after that we just slowly went to the upside after a little bit of like pulling back. And yeah, in the end we ended up getting the full take profit, but I was totally happy with getting out of this SMT, so I completely secured my profits. So pretty simple day. This was very clean setup. So we basically had a sweep, we had manipulation leg, and then after that almost inversion, retested this, and then a clean inversion to the upside with huge volume. And after that pretty much everything is so simple. I just exited the market on this SMT right here. So I'm happy with the profits, like almost 4.3k. And yeah, I'm just gonna go enjoy the day and hope you learned something in this video. And yeah, I'm gonna see you in the next one. Peace.